everybody, and thank you for joining this tutorial, which is going to be about learning ladders. And before I start talking about this amazing tool, let me introduce myself to you. I am Khitam Faidat. My name is Khitam, and I work in Dubai International School in Emirates. And I've been working as a teacher for around 30 years. Yes, I know I'm old, but it was an exciting journey, and I really enjoyed teaching. And this is really something I enjoy to do as a career. I have a master's degree of education, and I teach Arabic for non-Arab students and English as well. I have 4 kids, 3 boys and 1 girl, and 2 of them now is at university. I am passionate about learning, and I like to learn new things and every new things that happen in learning. And one of these things that happened, which is Learning Ladder. I've been introduced to Learning Ladder, which is an amazing tool for assessment and for tracking kids. And during this time with you, we are going to talk about the following things, or I'm gonna show you during this tutorial how to do navigation through Learning Ladder, and how Learning Ladder is a great tool for assessment and tracking students, what makes it different than other tools, and how to communicate with parents and interact with the students and with the parents to enhance learning and enhance achievement. Also, how Learning Ladder can be used to plan and to teach your lessons. And these are some information about Learning Ladder, very few information, but you can find more information in the website of Learning Ladder or in the site that is shared with you when you subscribe for Learning Ladder. Learning Ladder was found by Matt Foster, and who was a teacher of math. He works in London, and he started to make tutorials to help parents provide their children with more support at home. And that shows a great and a huge improvement in their achievement and performance. So Matt tried to create a helpful teacher tips and style of tutorials in order to help parents and students and teachers in their journey of learning. And then Learning Ladder was invented. And of course, it's an award-winning tool, many ones. And this is also is shown in details in their website. I'm going to take you in a journey of Learning Ladder and how we use it as teachers and how we're going to benefit from it. So when you want to log into Learning Ladder, first of all, your school should be subscribed with Learning Ladder, and they have the credential to join and to log into. So they will send you all the details, the password, the username, and all these things that you need. So the first thing you need to do as a teacher is to put your Gmail or your mail or the school mail that have been subscribed, and also your password. The first thing as a teacher you're going to see is this page. In this page, you have all these tabs and all these menu here, and I'm going to go through this menu with you in order to see how we're going to benefit from it or how we use it. This is a shortcut to some of these here, but let's start with class groups. And before I start with the class groups, you have here notification. You might have notification, then you can see them. And this is a profile of yourself. And there is a help center, and we're going to talk about this later during this tutorial. So if you go to class and group, this is just a short access to these things here. This is the same. So if I click here or I click here, it will take me to the same place. So if you want to see your classes and to do a group assessment or a whole class assessment, you just click on class and groups. And if you want to do an assessment or do gap analysis, first let's see the assessment. How can I assess my students in certain area or in certain class? Every window that you will go to, they will have a support for you in Learning Ladder, and this is really fabulous in order to help you to navigate through this page. Or if you need help, if you don't want to see it, so you just click on don't show me again, or if you just want to keep saying this during your journey there, you just hide it. So I don't want to see this. I just click and I just click here. So then you will this will take you to that too. I want to tell you that Learning Ladder is a full system. It's a very easy system that has all you need in one place. So once the school set their curriculum and they have all their criteria and benchmarks and round they everything else will be done for you. So it helps you in a very great way, and it helps teacher and save them a lot of time, like writing report, like assessing students, paperless homework, communicating with parents. There is a lot of things that Learning Ladder can provide as a system. But first, of course, your school should set their benchmark and curriculum. So let's see what we can do in the assessment. If we go to the assessment, let me choose previous year because this year it just started and I believe the data will be not really complete. First of all, so you choose the year, the academic year. Let's say that we are in 2021 or 2022 or the current year, but in the current year we just started, so there is no data. And then you choose your class that you're working with. Let's say I'm working with year 4, and then I'll choose the subject I want to do and assess students with. So as you see, there are all your subjects, and this depends on your school choices. So you have all kind of subjects, then you choose which one you want. Let's say that I'm going to do the reading, and then I'll choose the one or the curriculum that, I'm sorry, I'm going to choose year 4 because I'm teaching year 4 at the beginning. Here, when you open this page and you see that all your curriculum is here, that's set by your school, and those are the things that you're gonna assess your students with. Sorry, I have to go back. I have to use my mouse instead of doing that. I'm doing another page. All right, let's go back. So again, year, okay, I choose 2021. No problem. Whatever year you are using, it's the same information and the same things. So I'll choose reading and I'll choose year 5. And make sure that you use the mouse instead of swapping my screen. Here, this is again the curriculum that's been set by your school. And here are the names of your student. If your curriculum is huge, so you just can type, what are you looking for? Like I'm looking for spelling, for example. No ladder matches, because I choose reading at the beginning. So in reading, there is no spelling, so that's in writing. I'm sorry for that. So for example, I want to see feelings, mood, plot in reading. Let's see plot, and then I'll see what are the criteria and the curriculum that will assess the plot for students. So here, if I want to assess a student, I can see that students have been assessed in these 2 assessment, and I can add another assessment. I can do this one. I select, of course, first the term that I want the students to be assessed in. So let's say that we are in spring or autumn. You see, you have a range of dates, and it depends on your school as well. So they decide how many times they're going to assess the students during the academic year. So let's say we're going to do in spring this assessment. So I'm going to just click which students I'm going to assess, like this one, and this one in this kind of comprehend and retrieve or comprehender assessment from the criteria. Or I can easily choose a bulk of assessment. So this depends on your school and also depends on the policy that you want to assess students with. So I can use a bulk, so that will make all students do the same assessment at the same time. Okay, so it is, as I said, you can choose a bulk of assessments for all students, for all the class, and also you can, that's the amazing thing, and you know how important is an evidence for students and to show their learning is important. So you just click on evidence, upload, and because this is from last year, so we can just show evidence uploaded. I'm going to show you later how we can upload. So here you can see any, or you can upload all the things or evidence, whatever kind of evidence you have, audio, video, PDF, document, a screenshot. So you can just upload your evidence easily by dragging the file in the specific place. You can also write a comment if you would like. I'm not gonna do anything in this one. And if this is for the class as a whole and a class and groups assessment. So you're gonna be assigned for your classes as a teacher or groups if you are assigned to a group. I'm not assigned to any of my groups, but I have like 6 classes. So let's move to student part. In the student part, we have, you can assess students individually. In this part where classes and groups, you can assess the whole class or a whole group. But in a student mode, you can only, as I said, whenever you click, there is a help and there is a hint for you. So if you want to assess students individually, you just click on the page where students are, and then you choose the students you want to assess. Again, you need to choose the things that you want to assess students. Add assessment. So you just click here. Again, you're going to go to the subject or to the year. And let's see, I'm going to assess him in math. And I'm going to select ladder. Like let's say addition or division. And I'm going to do the assessment in spring 1. And as I said, this is also upon your school policy and upon your school requirement. So here we're going to see that all the criteria for math is here. You just choose the one that you want to assess. Let's say that I'm going to assess that if you can add numbers with more than 4 digits using column addition. So I just choose this, and as an assessment, I'm going to assess a child in this criteria. And also I can upload an evidence again of what he has done, of his learning. And as I said before, we can upload picture, video, audio, what kind of evidence you can use, and you can also write a comment as well. Okay, so this is if you want to choose a student. You can change the students from here. It depends in your class. They are alphabetically written for you, so you can choose any students from your class and do assessment easily for him. Choose whatever you want to assess, and as a beginner or developing or secure, you want to make sure that all the students in your class are secure. And of course, when you click, you can see here some indicators for you and help. Those are all set for you and will help you assess the students and have a good idea about his performance and his learning. Okay, let's go to the fun part of Learning Ladder, which is student report, which is a headache for all teachers. And of course, we are all finding as a lot of work, and it takes a lot of our time to do students reports. Here in Learning Ladder, creating report is much easier, and it's just clicking on these icons and these curriculum that you've been assessing your student with. So if you want to do a report, of course your school should put the a model for their, or the models that they want the report to look like. The administration should of course set everything, and how does it look like, does it have a logo, and put the logo and all these kinds of things that they need to be shown in their report. If you want to create a report, so you choose an academic year. Let's say that we are in 2021 and I want to create a new report. Then I choose the class I can do it individually, and I can choose a whole class. Let's say that I'm going to do report for year 5OS, and I select the students. I can select all the students in this class to create a report, or I can choose individual students. Okay, let's choose one student, and then I have to decide whether this report is a yearly report or a termly report. And again, it depends on your school policy. If you want to create a report every term or at the end of each year. So let's say that it's termly. Then I'm going to select the term. So on spring, let's say that I'm going to do that. And then I'll create a report. Okay. So if you want to see your report, so you have to refresh the page and go back to creating the report. You can view the reports that are in draft. You can add, you can just click the report dates. You choose the subject that you want to be shown in that report. Let's say that I want to uh, see this subject. Let's see which subject. Let's say math. I want to add math in the report to be shown. And I want reading, and just click. And when I click the subject, the teacher of that subject, of course, will choose or will do the work and write the comments and the strength of each student. Like this is in math. By clicking on the criteria that you needed to be shown in the report, you just click and it will be added to students' report. And the challenges, of course, you can also add a challenge to the student. Okay, here at the beginning, I customize the models. I see the attitude at school. Of course, this will be set by school. He shows resilience. Yes, he's good. And I just click on what I want to be shown in the report and the judgment of my student. He's not a team, not he needs help in team playing. And also attendance. These are some information you have to fill on your student's report. You can also type a comment, or you can just copy and paste this comment. In reading, let's see that I want to also assist him in reading. Let's say that I'm Maria, because this is something that I can do. Here add, I'm going to just add what kind of things or what kind of aspects and benchmark these students have achieved in reading during spring till now. His strength, his challenges, and again, the teacher of reading can do the same thing. She can add or he can add comment, and so on and so forth. Whoever is teaching in the class, or if it is only one subject, it is only for one subject. So he can or she, the teacher can just add and put what the comments or the things that they need to do. So you can also put an image. So you choose all your subjects and you choose all the things that you want to appear in that report, and then you save it. Then you can go back to it anytime and change it the way you want, or you add other things to it. You just save everything onto draft. Then there is a procedures for the report. You might need them to be signed. You might need them to be seen by your head of department or by your school principal. These are things that your school policy will let you know about. After you build that report, so you send it to sign and with from your principal or from your head teacher. So this is all about students' reports, which is really easy to be done. It's just clicking and choosing the criteria and choosing from the curriculum what have been students been working on, and whether they are doing well, or if they are still need support or they have some challenges. In the ladders, in the ladders, this is something built in by your school or provided by your school. So learning ladder just put all your criteria, benchmarks, the curriculum for all the subjects that they need. So here you can see all these ladders that you're gonna be, or you're gonna assist your students with, from year 1 to year 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It depends on your school, and it is your curriculum. So that's gonna make it easy for you to know how to plan your lessons and how to assist your students and what criteria, what benchmarks your students have been achieved or need to work on, whether in year 4, 5, or 6 during their journey of learning. Which is really amazing. It's in one place, so you can just navigate through whatever subject you want to see. Like I want to see math, so all math criteria are there for you, and the curriculum is here. You can see also notes written and things that you might need to assist students with, or how and when, and all this depends on your curriculum and policy, assessment policy in your school. Now let's move to the assessment summary, and this is something your school and your maybe the stockholder or the inspection bureau that in your area would love to see. So this is an assessment summary. I'm going to show you just how things work. This is something for the principal, for the administrators in a school to compare, or for the head of the year or the head of the group to see and to compare and to see how students are working and what is their progress and attainment during this time of the year. And even for you as a teacher, in order to help you plan and see where your students are and how they are going to be assessed, and how you can help them. It helps you in your planning. So let's say that in reading, and I choose year 5 and the rank of year 5, of course, in reading. And I will see this is the number of students here, and it gives me a percentage of where and how many students are secured and how many students needs to be working towards expectation. So this is like 90% are working as expected, and we have like one student, he has a greater depth and 3%, and we have around 6.67% of the students are working toward expected. So this is really lovely, and this is really nice and good for teachers to know their students and how they are working. The same here for progress, and because progress is measured over the time, and attainment is measured over at the end of the year. So that shows you all these kind of assessment or all comparison and summary of your assessment. The good thing, and this is a new addition actually, it's you can see a multiple subject, so you can see how students are doing in different areas in their curriculum. Like I can choose year 6. Let's choose another year because this is just started 2020, and let's say that, okay, sorry, here year 5, and let's say 5 JB and 5H. So I'm comparing two classes, and I'm comparing their performance during this in autumn, or let's say spring too. And then I will say I want to see how they are doing in math. So this gonna compare the two classes and see where I need to support, where we can do more effort with the students in order to help them in their learning. And this is really good for administration, inspection, and also for planning during the year. Let's go to the insight. Insight also shows you all the percentage or the data for your school, for a whole subject, for a whole year group, for a whole school, and it depends on who wants to see that data. Is it a subject leader or phase leader or over time, or is it for the to compare it with other one, or is it a summative versus formative? So it's you can create. It shows you a lot of data that you need during the year. And summative data, you have GL assessment, of course, if your school has GL or CAT or another kind of outside or international assessment, so we can upload the data here and it will show the comparison. And I'm going to tell you that every time you want help, you just click here on this link and you can find thousands, hundreds of articles, videos that help you in Learning Ladder if you need to navigate or if you need to do something specific or you need a certain information. If you are not able to do certain things, you just go here and find all the help you need, or you just uh, click and send a ticket for the support team in Learning Ladder in order to help you. For a ladder at home, that's also something will be related to your school policy and how it will work among your school. There's a homework policy, and also it depends on your school. The same thing is just drop down window, but it's not enabled in my account here, so I will not be able to show you that, but it's certain thing. It's the same thing as other windows. So just drop down windows, and you just select from the drop window what things you need to improve or need to add for homework. So let's go back to the home page. Let's talk about the pros and cons of Learning Ladder. So it's really an easy tool to navigate, and it saves you a lot of time. It saves you a lot of headache, a lot of paperwork, and it's just clicking and going through the system and choosing from your curriculum. It is making your life easier, and it's making your time management easier because it will save you a lot of time to plan, to sit with your students, know your students very well, and it will save you writing the reports, tracking the kids, and which is really, really not easy task for teachers. And it also shows visual representation of data, and it has comparison. It shows you where are your students needs help, and what is the gap, and how you can assist them or how can you help them in their learning. One like cons of Learning Ladder, I think it is a little expensive, but it's worth the money that it is worth for. And one thing that I saw that the comments, if you want to write a comments, and this is something I really struggled with as a teacher, I think it's going to be really great if we have a bank of comments. I think they do, or they are in the process of providing a bulk of comments that you just can use and modify to suit your class or to suit your students. That's all about Learning Ladder. I really enjoyed navigating with you the Learning Ladder tool and site. And as I said, whenever you want help, there is always help in Learning Ladder. And you can visit their website, and it will give you more and more information and more idea about Learning Ladder. I would like to thank you all for being here, and good luck in your journey. Thank you.